the recording started. So I guess hello to everybody on the internet, if anybody at all ever sees this ever.
Hello
And
there.
I guess that's, you almost compel me to say General Kenobi every single time you say hello there.
Nope.
You know.
Now, I'm gonna give some
Well-
funnies for the people viewing this if they ever do. No dig at you, it's just the way the internet works. It is canon in Sparking Zero that Goten, the son of the main character Goku, says Mrs. 18, she's a baddie, and that is hilarious.
Okay, moving on quite quickly from that embarrassment.
Baddie, a little baddie. Fully, he
So-
says, Mrs. 18, she's a baddie for real.
Yeah, well, so is the lead singer of Imagine Dragons, so...
Also,
Oh my.
Android
Magic
18
Dragon, he's
canonically
nuts across your
called,
face.
Yeah, shut up!
Yes!
Android 18 canonically called Krillin a good boy.
Yes. Well, that's good for
Can't remember.
Krillin.
Plus,
So, and we return here, so make sure that your streaming here is on the right thing, bud,
yes,
so that everybody else can see it.
you're on
So,
the right thing.
welcome back to the Iron Mountains campaign. We are currently missing Osh, so this may be a very short session. If I remember, as we left off, Rory stole a bunch of crap in the marketplace. Not Rory. Edward stole a bunch of stuff in the marketplace. Well, Rory was swindling everybody out of their money with great deals.
Of course.
They were
So-
committing theft and theft.
Yeah. Yeah, no, stop
Look-
rolling so well, please.
Look, it's not theft
Nah.
if you're just that charismatic, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
you were just that
the
damn good at your
kobold
job.
is
Your
somehow
job
so
was money.
charismatic that they were able to swindle people out of their money effectively. So,
It'd be like pulls out the Asian grandma card.
you
I
know what?
also have a plus 90. Even if I roll bad, I roll good. So it's
You have a plus 19?
9, not 19. 9. I have a plus 9
On what?
I wish I was +9.
on both stealth and sleight of hand.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know that so I can think about it in the future.
I have let you know since I created my character.
I know. Okay.
I wish
I
I
have
had
a
a.
plus-
I wish
I have
I
a-
had a +9.
I have a plus 7 to hit, by the way.
That's okay.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, like I
Ah!
said, this isn't.
Oh
a
my
ve-
god! I just got trying to go into my stream to try and sort settings so it just streams Discord.
Yeah, if you want to
and I
restart
just
your
did-
stream so it just shows Discord, you can do that too.
Yeah, I will attempt that.
Since while you do
wait,
that, we are going to focus on Max, since Rory and Edward have returned home.
Yes.
And to be
there
honest,
we go.
Osh, who isn't here, probably will return home last anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
Max,
works.
you are on
works. Right.
you are on a mission to deliver a package to an old man over over here. And
was
if
indeed.
if I remember correctly, there we go. Focus ping. Haha, forced you over there. DM prerogative. But if I remember right, you had just made it around while everybody was doing everything. You walked your way over here, and you were about to enter the slums again. So yeah,
Correct.
you're
I
here at
rolled
the
about
guard
20.
gate. The guards really don't give a shit about what's going on. And you're just
I'm
able to
going
hobble your way through if you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run directly past the guards, and because of how quick I'm running, they don't even notice anybody pass through the gate.
Well, you don't know that. I get to determine that.
Oh yeah, but still, it probably does. That
No,
probably
it
does
doesn't
happen.
really matter because they don't care.
Yeah.
Give it.
Do I have to make an acrobatics check to jump on one of the roofs?
Yes,
Okay, I will go do that.
absolutely. I'm not going to let you climb for free because it's funny if you fail.
Does an 8 succeed?
An 8?
8, yes.
Did you roll in that one
Is
or
that-
something?
No, I rolled a 3, but I've got a +5 to acrobatics.
No,
God
an
damn.
8 does not succeed.
Damn.
So you jump off the bridge or the gate that's open, because it's actually what this map doesn't show you is
Yeah, it
that
has layers,
these
too.
gatehouses are actually really high up. So this is like a big hill building into the middle. So everything goes up in elevation the closer you get to the center of this city. And so realistically, the drawbridge gate that drops is actually basically a massive ramp that goes downwards too. So it allows you to jump from the drawbridge onto the roof of the house, and with an 8, you successfully jump onto the roof of the house, but you land so poorly you go right through the roof.
Oh, damn.
And you crash into some poor old lady's living room. And she
Oh.
shrieks, going, "Ah! Who the fuck are you?"
Damn, an old lady swearing. Jesus Christ.
Cairo's going to stand, shake off the dust from what just happened and put his hands up placatingly and in a very quiet voice go, "Sorry, I was trying to jump. I misstepped." He's then going to...
Well, does that fix
Exit.
my roof? What if it rains?
He's going to very, very slowly reach into a pocket and procure the singular, what's the currency again?
It's just going to be bronze, silver, gold, platinum, or a platinum dragon.
How much does the woman need to? Well, how much would Cairo have on him at that
That's
point?
on you. You got an upfront payment for this, so it's whatever that is.
I can't remember the payment.
Did you not add it to you?
Oh no, it
Did
was
you
a
not
bag, wasn't it? It was a bag of 10.
10.
Right.
Did I say 10 silver?
No, I think
You said 10 silver, yes.
Okay, then yeah,
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
10
10
silver.
I'm
I
glad.
made a note somewhere. I just can't
Yeah,
remember where I
if
put the note.
you can find that note to just confirm it, but as for how much it costs, are you an architect or a construction worker?
No.
Okay, then you're going to roll with disadvantage to try and figure out how much this is going to cost.
How
That's just
like
a
how much?
Just
Wait,
D20,
what?
right?
Yeah, no, 2d20 take the lower roll. And it's I
Okay.
guess this would be a history or like wisdom check.
Oh, it was
I
the
think I believe this is more of an intelligence check or a insight. It's either of those two.
I'll take that. Yeah,
It'll
intelligence or insight would work too.
Okay.
That works just fine.
Insight. There's insight. There we are. 1. That's 14.
And you're at
5.
disadvantage. A 5? You think it's
A
going to
5.
cost 10 silver to repair this?
I just give her
shit.
the bag. I just give her the bag of silver and leave.
As you're leaving, she opens it. Her mouth drops open a little bit and goes, "Thank you."
I just wave as I leave as sort of an apology and just keep the money and sprint off in the direction I need to.
Okay,
Basically
so
weaving
whatever
my way
whatever money
alleyways.
you have, you can now set to 0 max.
I was gonna do that anyway because I was gonna do an entire bit of me tripping and spilling the money everywhere.
So,
I know.
Because I
by the way,
don't.
you
I
fall
don't want.
you fall like right there. I just moved your character there. You fall into
Yeah.
one of those, and these are multi-story, like upwards of even 3-story tall, like slum homes, and you just fell through the roof of the top one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leap down to the floor and just start running along the floor
there-
through the alleyways.
Okay, so there's a door. You just like, as casually as possible, but completely awkwardly, just like open the door, walk out, close the door, and then jump to the ground.
Yeah.
Just completely awkwardly.
Yeah. And then I just sort of reset, turn toward where I need to go, and dead sprint through the alleyways.
Yes, let me just do this. I am going to say that right
Because I am a fast
here
boy.
is where you need to go.
Okay. Does anything
That's
happen
unfair.
whilst I'm on the way that I need to be aware of? Do I need to make any
Actually, there might be. Let me
rolls?
pull something up here.
Please tell me it's a combat. Please tell me it's a combat. I really want to kill something.
This is not meant to be a combat heavy.
Just
It's
make me
more of
find
an
a rat, a mutated rat or something.
Give me a second. I need to find the map I made.
Just make me find a mutated rat. Because that would be funny.
Oh, I guess it's on
would
Discord.
be
Let me
funny.
actually pull it up there. It's probably going to be quicker to find. Sorry. I just need to remind myself which session, not session notes, damn rundowns. There we go. I need to remind myself. So you are in the purple territory. Blue, yellow, red, purple. Okay, yeah, no, nothing bad really happens.
Well, I don't get to kill the rat.
Yeah, sorry. I just opened
Cairo, don't
Opera
wish that.
GX.
For the
Whoops.
love of God.
Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Okay,
wanna
repin that to
kill
the
a
taskbar
rat.
and close it. Yeah, so you can
Why don't
easily
have-
get there without any problems. This is a relatively quiet part of the slums that is controlled by a thieves guild called the Kazakhs Guild. So
I have relatively good relations with said guild.
I would say that none of you, given what I discussed with all of you, have any necessarily bad relations. I just needed to make sure that you weren't in the cannibals part.
What the?
I make it to, I believe it's Old Man Something's place.
Yeah, I
can't
don't even
remember.
remember the name I gave him. I should have wrote it down. That's on me.
Yeah. It's just, we can just refer to him as the Old Man. I make it to the
Yes.
Old Man's place, and is he already waiting, or do I need to enter his home?
There's
Do you
nobody
want me to
outside.
come?
It's a relatively abandoned alleyway close. So really the although it might seem advantageous, the buildings that actually line the city walls are pretty much the deepest parts of the slum back alleys that you can get to, so most people aren't really there. They usually filter out into the more open areas or the center of the slums. So like here, if you look at the thing, so here
Yeah.
might be like a heavy area of, population because it's the center place everybody gathers. But, the closer you get to the wall, like here, it gets more and more empty. Less and less people usually are outside there simply because there's nothing to be outside for there.
Yeah.
So it's an abandoned back alley of the slums. He has a single building that actually doesn't have anything built over it, and it's a relatively large single building for the slums, and you find yourself standing outside. For this, we are actually going to, give me a second. Like I said, I have one of the maps I made for the slums is certainly just meant to be
Being a,
multi-use for sure.
yeah.
So let me go to the fog of war, subtract, we are going to do that, and add. So, okay. Then we are going to bring this over here, slums battle map. Just find the little bit that's open to you. It's not that much. Here, subtract.
Yep.
That. It's not going
Why
to be
the
that
fuck
much.
is there a vision? Why is there a vision thing here? Oh god.
Well, like I said, the slums map I made is like a multi-purpose map.
No, is what I meant is just like there's black everywhere on the map, and I'm just like, oh shit, I don't like where this is going.
No, this is just the multi-purpose map.
Ah,
Yeah,
understandable.
this is just everything that outside of this is a
Yeah,
map.
so like this is also the map where Shen is on. For when
It's
he's
just
useful,
down there
as
somewhere.
well as like the guild he's kind of part of for work is also on this map. This is just a really large multi-purpose map that, you know,
Yeah.
is just there for visual reference more than anything else. Like I could show you a little bit more. Like subtract. Like over here, this is where Shen was, getting his
Yeah.
mission, but in a totally different part of the city is where he's like doing the doing the actual like a raid on the thingy thing. So you know, it's just a
Yeah,
multi-purpose map.
where if he turns up, he's going to burn everybody to the ground.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
So yeah,
so-
you're standing outside. This is a single building that's like right along the wall, and it's actually pretty big for a slum house. It seems like it's owned by one person, not multiple people, or you know, it's not like there's a house on the roof or anything.
Yeah.
And the massive, and I truly mean massive, probably 30-meter tall walls of the city rise up behind it.
I'm gonna sort of just approach the door and give it a knock that most people who know who Cairo is know it's Cairo's knock. It is 3 short raps followed by a full fist bang. 3 short raps with his knuckles, with his fingers, followed by a loud thud
So
of his entire fist being slammed against the door. Yeah,
there you go.
sort of dun, dun, dun.
Gotcha.
And it's how people identify who's at the door.
Totally understandable.
It's always Cairo. Nobody else does that knock because, you know, why would they?
Who the fuck is
Rolling.
drinking their fucking soda, man?
That's me rolling dice.
Yeah, that was a cup roller.
There is
I recognize the cadence.
yes, there is no answer.
I'm gonna knock a second time. This time louder. So I'm gonna put a bit more force behind the raps and a bit more force behind the gun.
There's still no answer. Roll me.
Taking a bit
What
too-
is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 11.
Okay, that's a lot worse than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, there's just no answer. It seems like he may not be here, but you were instructed by Diedrich to deliver it by hand.
My. Hmm.
Try to roll a perception check if you can find anything.
Yeah.
Also, since I know it was a whole 2 or 3 weeks ago since we last had a session, as a reminder, Diedrich did say this man was home.
Yeah. So I remember that he says he's home, and knowing that, I'm going to roll perception. Wait, no. Would I roll perception or investigation? I'm gonna try and investigate the house to see if it's.
Okay, then
I think-
tell me exactly what you want to do. Are you like walking around the house, looking at something, like trying to see if there's anybody home, or
Yeah,
are you?
make a-
Well, what Tyro's gonna do is he's first gonna crouch down and look under the door to see if he can see any light. And if he can't, he's going to start walking around the house, seeing if there's any windows.
Okay, then
I think that-
So,
I definitely won't make you roll to see if there's any windows. That is for sure.
yeah.
Because that is obvious. If it, you know, that's just stupid if I make you roll for that. I
Yeah,
will,
But for
however,
under the door.
make you roll a perception check for under the door.
Perception. There is perception. Investigation used for again. Ah.
Oh, give me one moment. Come in.
A moment
Oh,
has
that's
already
nice.
passed.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
I was about to suggest just like I know, just like roll perception or like look for a certain area that you could actually check in. Like for
I am
example,
back. Did you roll for that?
I rolled a 15. No, well, I rolled a 14 plus 1 with my
A 14.
bonus, which is
Okay.
a 15. A 15 is full thing. 14
15.
plus 1. Yeah. A plus 1 to perception.
also I got my physical dice now. Yippee.
Okay.
Nice.
The door itself isn't necessary. You know, most doors out here are, you know, the stray wood, and often have holes in them anyway. So as you look through, you see no light coming from inside, and whatever windows there might be seem to be covered up because the entire interior is dark, besides the shafts of light coming through the door itself. You
Right.
think you see something move inside, but you are completely unsure whether it is something you saw or simply the shadows moving around, or the shadow moving around the door as you peer inside, like as your head, like, you know, covers the light coming through.
Okay, I have a suggestion for this one. Because of how eerie the place is, and we are certainly in a slum, I suggest try to locate somewhere else to look for. If I remember correctly, the DM says that this is particularly a more quiet place of the slums, and it is run by a thieves guild of all things. I suggest
Which,
either
based off of your character knowledge and general knowledge, you know is kept a lot more quiet. It's one of the more quiet districts of the slums, just like the one you live in is often very quiet because it's run by a thieves guild, which prefers quieter business being done rather than loud or, you know, conflict.
But yeah,
Yeah.
ignoring that, then I suggest trying to look for a different place to check in case. But you're gonna have to
Yeah.
roll.
I appreciate the suggestion, but I'm gonna ask Zaru, is there
Ye-
any loose wood around?
Oh God,
Loose
I
wood
know.
around?
Yes, loose wood.
I I'm determining whether or not I want you to roll an investigation here. I'm just running through. I would say yes. There would just
I
be
was gonna say,
loose
if you want
wood.
me to roll investigation, I will roll investigation.
I would say yes. It doesn't seem that unusual that there'd be a stack of, say, firewood or a like, you know, like a wooden panel that fell off a house or something. That doesn't seem that unusual in the slums. So yes, you
Right.
can find a loose piece of wood that's basically like a 2x4 plank.
Alright, I'm going to walk over and pick up a 2x4. I'm then going to use it to wedge
Huh.
into the door. I'm gonna wedge it
So
through
you're
the door.
prying open the door.
Oh no, I'm not gonna pry open the door.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna pry open the door. Do I need to roll for what I'm about to do? Because what I'm about to do is I'm about to have Cairo lie on the floor, looking at the piece of wood that he's shoved through the bottom, and he's going to very carefully set it on fire using firebolt.
Oh shit.
Huh.
So he doesn't
No.
have to try and shovel launch. I don't have to roll, he just does that.
Yeah, you can do that, but let me tell you what happens when you do that.
Yes.
As you shove the piece of wood under the door frame, the wood is pushed against the door itself. It is still a relatively thick piece of wood. It's not like it's thin and just slides under. And as it pushes against the door hinges squeak as it just slowly opens.
Oh
Okay, I'm
fuck.
just going to not firebolt the wood. Firebolt the wood. If the door opens, I'm just not going to set it on fire.
I think Rory might have picked up on what just happened, but I don't think you did.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh
You
no!
just
The old man's
let
dead,
me
isn't he?
tell you. You knocked on the door, and now it's opening for some reason.
Oh my god! It's a DDLC reference.
I don't know what that is, but maybe. DDLC?
Oh my god! It's a Doki Doki Lit Club reference.
I have no fucking idea what that is, so no, it's not.
Oh
Please don't tell me
God.
that the old man's hanging from a rope in the middle of the room.
No.
Wow!
What?
Thank fuck.
Now that you said
Oh.
that, I really wish it were that, but no, it's not.
Oh, thank fuck. I thought you'd just fucking DDLC'd me
Well,
with the Sayori shit.
well, Max, good
Viewers
luck
will
for
get that.
this time.
Viewers
luck
will
for
get that reference.
Oh my god.
Viewers will get that reference.
That was my
Yeah,
second
the
guess.
like
That was
5 viewers I get every video I post, sure. Which are
One of
literally
them
just
will
the
get that
other
reference.
members of the channel.
They will get that reference. Oh my god, I can't believe I thought you Sayori'd me.
No.
Oh.
No,
Dude,
no.
For
that was my
context, for
my
context,
second guess
DDLC
was
has a suicide scene where it, the
Sayori
text is
just-
literally, I gently open the door and Sayori has committed suicide.
Yes. That was actually
is
my
why-
second guess.
No,
My second
you're
guess is
not
that-
about to Logan Paul this.
Oh, thank fuck, I'm not about to walk in on a corpse. What do I walk in on then, if the door just swings open when I try and shove the wood under it?
It creaks open. It doesn't swing open with a smash or a bang. It creaks open. And as the light from the outside fills the room a bit more, it appears to be an empty room.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I, I don't like this. If the next words out of your mouth are roll initiative, I'm gonna cry.
Well, you wanted combat. I don't know why you would cry if that's the case.
Oh fuck! It's roll initiative time.
No, it's not.
Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh.
It's not Max. Keep your anxiety down.
The fact that I'm causing you anxiety and I'm not even doing much is absolutely hilarious and I'm loving it.
You have no idea the heart rate spike and drop I've just gone through. Jeez. Like, I clicked
Anyway.
onto spells and everything. My mouse was hovering over the initiative.
I think it's
I
also a
was
little
ready.
scarier since you guys already know what the climax of this episode would have been, or would be if O shows up. So,
Yeah, I remember.
you know,
remember.
you guys have a little sneak peek thanks to the, you know, synopsis of the entire story. So,
I'm going to let's get back on track. I'm gonna slowly enter the house, and I mean slowly, as in he takes a step, wait, takes a step, wait.
no, you're clearly on guard. That's totally understandable. But as you continue stepping in, much like the house that you live in, this one has a dirt floor to start with. And you kick up a little dust effectively as you walk in slowly. With each slide of your foot into the room, more and more dust gets kicked into the air, which is caught in the sunlight shaft from the open door. And yet, nothing happens.
Uh-oh.
Max, do you want a hint on what is going on?
God. No, because that would spoil the thing, and I don't want you
No,
to
no,
spoil
it's not
the
a
thing.
hint of what is happening. It's a hint of what you should do next.
No, because that would then spoil the thing.
Well, have fun then.
I am going to. That's what I'm attempting to do. Stop trying to give me hints.
Oh, this is...
Uh,
Rory, whatever you think is going to happen, this is far more anticlimactic than you probably imagine.
Oh, I fucking hate you if that's the case.
Oh. Is there anything I can see in the room that look, like, destructible or anything? Or anything valuable I can see?
I would say the entire house, in theory, looks destructible.
Right.
Simply because you've already crashed through the roof of another building much like this. It wouldn't take too much to
Okay.
destroy any house in this slum. But as for anything valuable, I didn't actually determine this myself, so let me see if there's anything valuable in the house. There is a book on a table in this kind of, what effectively is a foyer. That would probably be easily the most valuable thing here, because books are quite rare.
How far away is the book, and how far is
Okay, so if you look at the
Like,
screen
how
here,
big is the room I'm in?
you are basically here inside the home, right?
Okay.
The book is going to be on this side of the home.
Right.
And this entire square area is effectively just a foyer with a dirt floor. Over here, you can see on the opposite side a raised wooden platform that leads into what is most likely the habitable or like sleeping area of the home, which is,
Right.
over here.
Yeah.
And then let me actually I can do this pretty easily. So there's a table over here that has the book on it.
Right.
And then because I'm nice, and there'd be a wall like inside the home here, which has another
Right.
door that leads into what you would assume would be a sleeping area.
Right. And how big is the area I'm currently in?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is about, I'd say, whatever 7 times 5.
35.
35 square feet with a fireplace in the middle, much like your own home. But where your home is narrow and thin, this one's boxy and square.
Right. Her. There's no living creatures that I can see, right?
Nope, not that you can see.
Okay.
And yes, I'm wording
gonna
this
put her
very carefully to make sure that I keep you on your toes.
I'm gonna turn around and grab the wood that I accidentally opened the door with. And I'm
Okay,
gonna do
you
my
turn
ritual plan
around
of-
and you bend over to grab the wood. Roll me a perception check.
Oh,
shit. Oh. Shit. 5. Oh, calm. Oh, calm. Oh, fuck. I'm dead.
You bend
don't
over,
do it.
grab the wood, and turn back around, and nothing has changed.
Oh.
We seem.
I'm going to do what I was originally going to do when I planned to shove the wood under the door. I'm going to set fire to one end of the wood.
Okay. As you set fire to one end of the wood, firelight illuminates the inside quite poorly, mind you, because most people think that torches illuminated a lot of area. They did not. Quite poorly illuminates the inside of this room. It is a very basic, empty room. There's a fireplace in the middle. There's shelves along the side of the room that you're on that seem to hold food and whatnot. And on the other side of the room, there is a very simple wooden door. And where I've already indicated, there's a table with a book on it. There seems to be nothing else in this room, nor anywhere for anybody to hide.
Does the fireplace have any wood in it currently?
Yes, the fireplace does look like it is set up to light a fire, as if somebody may have been using it earlier, but then just set it up so they didn't have to bother later. There's wood there that you could light.
I'm going to toss the lit piece of wood that I'm holding. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to toss it. I'm going to walk over and place it in the fireplace to allow it to set fire to the rest of the wood so I can see the room.
Okay. You walk over to the center of the room. I'm just going to move your character a little bit. You walk over to the center of the room. You, again, maybe you squat down this time and place the wood in there, standing back up and looking around the room. And as your heart continues to beat, the fire doesn't take right away because you didn't use any kindling. But eventually, after what seemed like minutes, but were probably only at most 30 seconds to a minute, the firewood in the pit catches and it begins illuminating the room even better than your little wooden stick did. And it is completely empty.
Still fully on guard because Cairo is a naturally paranoid person anyway because of his trauma. I'm going to walk over to the door. I'm not going to go near the book because as much as I love books and as much as I love poetry, I don't recognize the book, so I'm not going to go near it. I walk over to the door and with a bit of insistence, I'm gonna do my usual knock on the door.
As you knock on the door, you go rap, 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 bang. Silence falls across the room and the house. You can hear the shifting of the sand in the wind outside as the entire area is completely silent.
I'm gonna gently nudge the door to see if it's open.
It is not open. As you push on it, it isn't open. And at this point again, I'd like you to roll me a perception check.
Oh, nice. Are you just making me roll perception until I get high enough to actually see something? Why does D&D Beyond hate me? I rolled a 4.
No, each time I've had you roll a perception check, you would have noticed something different. You have failed to notice all three things.
That's because I have a +1 to perception and D&D Beyond fucking hates me.
Yes, but it keeps you in suspense. And I like that too.
I hate D&D Beyond.
Yeah, so as you push on the door, nothing happens. It seems to be locked from the inside.
Okay, I'm going to step back from the door, and because curiosity has now overtaken my paranoia, I'm going to approach the book. I'm not going to touch it, I'm just going to see if I know the book. After a bit of...
So you walk over here.
Yep.
Do
Do
you open it?
No, I don't open it. I leave it as is. I just stare at the cover.
Okay. It is a leather-bound book that has a very ornate and pattern on the front of on the cover of it. It seems to be as if somebody double wrapped the book in leather, and the top layer of leather was artfully crafted to add almost 3D texture to the front of the book.
Oh.
As for specific imagery, neither did I have something written, nor does it matter.
Okay, good luck.
I think my brain's now working. There's got to be something with the book. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to walk back over to the door and try it, knocking on it again.
You knock.
Because I remember what he said, and he's definitely home.
Rap, 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 bang! No answer. Now that you're at the door again, you can roll me another perception check.
11! I finally got a double-digit number!
As this, I'm going to give it to you because I just need this to continue moving forward. As the silence falls over the room again, you hear in like this near absolute silence something that almost seems to imitate your knocking, but it sounds like it might be far off. You hear a do, 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 and you look down. And you notice there's blood dripping onto your foot. And it's coming off the ledge of the wooden step that leads into the private area of the home.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna step back and very artfully run full force at the door and slam through it.
Okay.
Athletics check.
Yeah, athletics or strength. I really don't care which.
Athletic 21.
21. Okay, so you avoid injuring yourself as you slam into the door, and the very weak hinges of the door, including the very weak lock of the door, and the fact that the door is basically just plywood, it splinters apart. Also, Rory, I can hear some wind noises coming from your microphone.
God
Yeah.
fucking damn it, electric fan. My bad.
It splinters apart, and the largest bit of the door falls backwards. And when you expect to hear the crash of the wood falling onto the ground, it actually makes a kind of squishy noise and then doesn't fully fall down. And as you stop yourself in the doorway and look down, there is an old man with 3 knives in his back, dead, his hand seeming to reach towards the door.
Oh. Is there anything else in the room?
No, it's a simple private sleeping quarters. There is a reasonably nice bed, actually. Like, it's a full bed, unlike the mats that you sleep on in your own home. It is raised off the ground, and it seems to be made of nicer materials. But other than that, it's basically just a simple sleeping private quarter. There's a small stool and a magical lamp.
Oh shit. I take one look at the body and immediately realize that, oh shit, this isn't right. And I'm going to dead sprint, full force, just turn and peg it out the door. Out of the house.
Okay.
And towards Diedrich.
Yeah, you exit and you start running back towards Diedrich's tavern. Which, again, there's really no roll. So you go from over here.
Yep.
All the way over here. And since I've already described the city well enough, we will dispense any of that. And I really, at the moment, I have nothing for planned for you guys traveling through the city. No surprises at the moment, since we have yet to reach the climatic scene of the opening, which was supposed to be the opening episode, but I turned it a lot longer than it was supposed to be. But anyway, so you run all the way over here, and we will jump back to... And I'm only doing this for visual effect of everybody who may watch. To Dietrich's Tavern, where you enter in, slamming the doors open. Also, I should have probably... Let me see if I can't do this.
What happened to Edward?
I don't know, he's vanished.
Yeah, I don't
Said
know.
He got a BRB and then...
I'm looking for something specific here. Give me a second. I'm trying to find Dietrich's photo so I can bring it into the game.
Not like how last time we just had bald bartender.
Yeah, I know, and I don't like that because it doesn't do a good job of showing who that is, really. Okay, that's Dimitri.
Did you make a note for him?
I have a thing for it. Okay, let me... Okay, these are all the images of the place. Okay, I guess I didn't save it on... That's really annoying. Okay, but yeah, you smash through the doors and of the tavern, and Diedrich is once again behind the bar. There's a couple patrons who look over at the frantic door slamming, but seeing that it's just you and you are a relatively familiar face around here, they just go back to eating.
I'm gonna surge over to Diedrich and just place the parcel down on the table and give him the look that says, I've just seen a dead body. Help.
Diedrich looks to you, raising one eyebrow, takes the parcel, and then motions you to come over. One second, let me just... There you go.
There's Diedrich.
Yeah, there's
Whoa,
Diedrich.
he's big.
Yeah. He's actually quite small, but, you know, art being art, I just...
Yeah,
You know, just so everybody at home can see, that is Diedrich.
a big boy Diedrich.
Yeah, it's big beard Diedrich. So you're running over here. And he motions for you to come over to a private corner of the bar, which is over here. And he this part of the bar, although it looks solid, can actually swing open. So he swings it open, walks over here to his private owned table, and motions for you to sit down.
I follow, but I don't sit because I don't really sit places. I just sort of stand around. Plus, I prefer standing.
Standing around awkwardly, like the loser in the corner at a social party.
Yeah. Except I don't do the fingers together thing. I just stand with my hands clasped at my front, as is surprisingly the way I wanted to make it canon that it's the way that the Magisters teach.
I mean, it could very easily be like, you know, you don't just have your hands in front of you. It's like the kind of hunched shoulders, like drawn in shoulders look as you kind of stand there timidly.
Yeah.
So, no, that totally works.
I'm just gonna wait for Diedrich to speak rather than initiate conversation. I'm just gonna wait for him.
Diedrich sits down with the package plopped on the table in front of him. He sighs heavily and goes, "That's right. You don't sit down, do you? Anyway, clearly something went wrong if you're bringing it back to me. So, tell me, what happened?"
The old man's dead. Murdered.
He's what?
3 knives. Dead. 3 knives in the back.
Diedrich leans back in his chair, stroking his very magnificently long black beard with one massive grizzly bear hand, and he goes, "Really? That is most unexpected. He's a protected family member of the Kazakhs Guild. If he's dead, that could start a war."
Cairo's gonna think back to how he saw the body. I'm gonna ask a question. Does he recognize the knives that were in the back of the old man?
History.
Yeah, history check on that one.
Okie dokie. Where is my history? Where is history? Where is history?
This will have a very high threshold, by the way.
Well, that's lucky, because I just rolled a dirty 20.
That beats the threshold I had in my mind.
Woo!
Oh, somebody's car alarm's going off. I hope it's not mine. Doesn't sound like it. I drive a Tesla. That does not sound like a Tesla car alarm. At least I don't think it does. I've never heard a Tesla car alarm. Anyway.
Aren't you customized Tesla car alarms?
So, yes, you do recognize it. It is the knife of a high-end Assassin's Guild that does not operate in the slums, but actually operates in the middle quarter, or in the merchant quarters of the city.
I'm going to realize that's what the knife design is and tell Diedrich was the middle, was upper end knives from the middle section. Cairo thinks that this might be to start a war.
That is not good. That is not good at all.
Can I ask something?
No,
Tad a little
I'm
bit of-
I'm monologuing Diedrich here. Fuck off. But sure, go ahead.
Damn. All right. I was about to ask if possible, since it's just the two, me and Cairo, is like, since Rory is probably worried about Edward as well as Shen being late, probably he would go to Diedrich's place to look for Cairo.
I wouldn't say anybody's late yet.
Understandable.
Like,
Okay,
nobody's
then.
really
That's
late.
all right.
Like, again, while you were doing the market stuff, this is what Cairo was doing. And the only reason why you didn't pass each other is because he ran all the way to the other side of the city, then back again, and you guys just went to the market and back. So, you know, you probably arrived home maybe 10 minutes before he came back.
Understandable. Okay,
So
that makes
nobody's
sense.
at all late yet. So, No, I'm sorry. You would not have thought of anybody as being late yet.
All right then. Just making sure because I was just like hoping for an interaction. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If everybody was here, you would have a little bit more to do. But right now, we're just focusing on Cairo. And unfortunately, next session, if Shen gets here, or for next session, we'll basically just be focusing on Shen. I do apologize, Rory. I try not to focus on just one person during an entire session. But since this is a bit of a unique one, we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
If everybody was here, I could do my normal balancing thing that I like to do. So Dietrich, again, scratching stroking his beard, goes, "That is not good. I appreciate the information." He taps his fingers on the desk, the drum beat of the fingers just bouncing off the table as he thinks and goes, "Make your way home. It might not be safe out tonight, so I suggest you stay home and try and get all of your siblings home too as soon as you can. I'll try and deal with this, but other than letting everybody know and seeing if the city guard find anything, there's not much to do now."
Cairo is going to nod and then go to leave, turn back around and go, Can I stay here for a bit?
Yeah, of course.
I want to get some cleaning done. And he's just going to go about and clean off some tables again, because he needs to...
As you walk off, Dietrich goes,
Being a builder.
the dish boy never showed up today, so you could always get those done too.
I'm going to thumbs up over my head towards him and then just sort of busy myself doing dishes or cleaning tables and stuff
All
like
good.
that. Just
We are
like-
going to end your little story here and wrap it up. Because there's really not much else for you to do today other than clean, and we're not going to RP that.
No.
I mean, I could.
We
I'm
could.
sorry.
We could if you
could
really
roll.
wanted to.
Nah,
But I'm not
I'm
going to
good.
force Rory to sit here, and I'm certainly not going to record it. So we're going to wrap that up on
I'm
the
too-
recording session since Shen isn't here, and we're only 30 minutes away from our normal endpoint anyway. So we're going to call it a wraps for the day, and